Yeah.
Well, guys, it has been a year. No, it's been like a few minutes or something, but technically it was last year. No, first session of the new year, you guys have finished off book 3. Lightning fast recap. You guys went around. So again, the structure: Kintargo is the city inside the Duchy of Ravenel, which is like a county within Cheliax, the big evil nation, right? So you guys left Kintargo, went into surrounding Ravenel, and made alliances with various people, shored up the border a bit, destroyed like the main way that Chelish troops would come in to reinforce this area, and you made an alliance with like the aquatic elves and with this port city who's also in Ravenel, kind of the other big city there. And we're like, hey, when the time's right, are you guys going to support Kintargan independence? And they're like, yeah, go for it. You went back to town. Barzillai kind of like invited you into a trap. You were told it was a trap. You decided to go anyway. And lo and behold, the Ruby Masquerade took place, where it becomes evident now in the aftermath of it. The plan was to like kill a lot of innocent people and blame you guys for it. And then he looks like the big hero, having killed the Ardent Crows who were responsible for this massacre. And, a bunch of people died who happened to be like his political opponents. So it would have been like a win-win. Unfortunately, just a bunch of his political opponents were killed and you lived. And as news of that has spread, as now I will rest you guys because I completely forgot to do it. Now news of that has kind of spread across the city. There are delineations. People like around your hideout there in Old Kintargo know that like you guys were the good guys, and that it was Barzillai and his cronies that like planned this and did these executions, and you've kind of solidified support in that district. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you this map. So first we're going to do this. I think this is the one I liked. I kept finding different ones. So these are, I just pushed it again. These are the districts of Kintargo. So Old Kintargo, right? That's where your hideout is. That's where like the old Thieves Guild was that you guys took over. And remember that Thieves Guild had a bunch of different guild masters, one of which had like some connection to Vyre. And then after that dinner, Sezzix found out that, she was present at the dinner, the old guild master, and was like watching you guys. I'm sure nothing will come of that. But yeah, so that's Old Kintargo. Castle District is where Kintargo Keep is. Temple Hill is where the Temple to Asmodeus is. Euless Harbor, that's where Yuri used to work. The Greens are where all the noble families live. And Villegray is the like old, not the old, but it's the academic district. And then Redroof is like the slums. So yeah. And then Jarvis End is like crafters and artisans and things like that. It's like the entertainment district. That's where the opera house is. So you guys have gone back to Old Kintargo. You've rested for the night, and word of your success has spread. However, word of not your success in the fact that a bunch of people died has spread. So I will now share with you, you can close that old map, this map. You guys have a population tracker at the top. Authority represents the amount of control that Barzillai still has over Kintargo. To kind of put it into bite-sized rebellion chunks for you, the city, by its districts, has been divided. You'll notice that Old Kintargo is blue. They support you guys. There's no, like, random encounters here. Barzillai has kind of, like, removed his presence from that zone. There's all those other zones. The ones in red are, like, really strong bastions of Barzillai supporters, and, like, Barzillai himself, who is at Temple Hill, in the Church of Asmodeus. The yellow ones are kind of more around your level challenges, perhaps. And the orange ones might be more moderate challenges. But before you can get to all that, the next morning brings with it the grim realization, that all this life has been lost, as well as 3 new proclamations from everyone's favorite lawful ruler.
I'm kind of excited. I bet these are going to be well-founded, well-based rules.
Uh-huh. You guys are there, resting up. You divvied up some loot. You sent people out to, buy you items under, fake names, and, you sent away for things. And as kind of you're gearing up, looking over a map, maybe one of your associates has divvied it up into these different districts, and it's you Redroof, that might be a little harder. We should probably try to garner support in, Jarvis End in the Greens first. Wink, wink. As, sort of that is happening, I don't know, one of your NPCs, roll a d6. The second one you ever met. Laria will run in, and she'll be like, there's more proclamations, and she'll, slam a piece of parchment onto the table that has 3 proclamations written on it.
Who's Laria again?
She is...
Our old boss.
Yeah, she's your old boss.
Oh, okay, at the coffee shop.
Yep, at the coffee shop, exactly. And the coffee shop was in the Villagrid district.
Yeah.
That orange one to the north. Proclamation the 11th. Bleak Bridge Closer. So Bleak Bridge is the only bridge in Kintargo that connects Ublis Harbor to the Redroof district. It's that line there. Bleak Bridge Closure. With the uprise and rebel activity, it pains my heart to issue the closure of Bleak Bridge to all but official traffic. Yet such steps are necessary to ensure your protection. The Ardent Crows must not be allowed free access across Ublis, and until you aid in their defeat, Bleak Bridge shall remain closed and under guard. Proclamation the 12th. Public religion. Public worship of any deity other than Lord Asmodeus, savior of Chelax, master of humanity, is hereby forbidden. All works of art and artifice bearing the likeness of other symbols of lesser faiths must be turned over to the Dotari. Worship of Zon-Kuthon, Abadar, and Shelyn may only continue within the walls of their respective temples. Non-compliance shall be met with the strictest correctional steps.
Ooh.
Proclamation...
Zon-Kuthon who in Shelyn?
Abadar. Abadar, just like the lawful neutral god of cities. Proclamation the 13th. The Ardent Crows are hereby decreed outlaws. The destructive and ruinous anarchists, known as the Ardent Crows, are hereby prescribed, and until all their leaders surrendered, are captured, or killed, all Crow sympathizers must disavow support of this extremist group, lest they face fines, imprisonment, and excruciation, which you remember is the horrible, horrible form of death by torture. With that, Larry will be like, well, looks like you're making an impression.
Do you guys think we're the bad guys? I'm starting to think we might end up being the bad guys here. I gotta tell you guys, all I want to do is cross that bridge. I think we should fly over it, but all I want to do is just walk over that bridge. That was the first thing that came to my mind with these new proclamations, is I want to cross the bridge and go make fun of those rich people. I was told that if we make a really good money roll, I sent Sezzix out a couple days ago to make an earn money check to talk one of the noble houses into getting on our side. I think we can go secure that alliance. We can get something rolling on that. I can also just fly us over the river if we can, find a good time to do that. But I can only do that once a day, so that's kind of fun to get back.
Yeah, like one of your... You could
just spit in their face.
You could make a secrecy check too to have one of your agents take you across by boat or whatever in night to the northern half if you want to do that. So to set the scene, you guys are in, probably at the big meeting hall inside the Lucky Bones, right? Your new hideout. All of you are sitting around there. The map's there. Larry is there. Maybe occupying the other half of the room is this statue of, a beautiful woman who is like a remarkable statue, and you've determined she was turned to stone. And Rexus will be like, I think I recognize her. I think that's Senshin. Yes, I believe she's the owner of the Silver Star, that establishment that was burned down during the Night of Ashes. I wonder why they petrified her. Wonder what Barzillai...
Probably talk to the old mayor. That would, I think she wants to work for us now. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, Julia will be present, and she'll be in the process of, like, taking her cap of the free thinker off and giving it to Tommy and be like, I think my adventuring days are beyond me, but here, hopefully this will serve you well. Let them know that, the mayor still lives and fights alongside the crows. As you, like, draw attention, she's like, I'm sorry, what? Oh, yes, that certainly is Senshin. I know Barzillai had her petrified, I believe, by the cockatrice that were kept there at the Opera House. I'm sorry, I don't possess a way of removing her condition. Rexus will be like, we might have something, in the storerooms, and he'll, like, run off and check, and he'll return with a salve of, like, stone to flesh, and he'll hand it to you guys.
What a gem!
You drive the plot, and he's merely here to give you items. But yeah, and
we'll
kind
do
of
some rubbing.
So, like, you've got this map, you've got this statue woman. Blozerdet will also, like, appear from being invisible and present in the room the whole time and be like, and don't forget that your friend's missing. And she'll gesture at the chair that's been empty for, like, a couple of weeks now, where Hematon Haace is still missing.
Yeah, our devil threads.
And Lictor Octavia will be like, well, I could send some scouts out. I could, get a casting of locate object, and maybe we could try to track him down.
If you wouldn't mind, hopefully.
Your quest log becomes full in a matter of moments.
I can take a day off, maybe of a 5th level spell, get a scrying, maybe start investing in things like that.
It's time. It seems like, as you mentioned, days. It seems like a good time to segue into the new mini system. You guys may have currently reduced Thrun's authority from 100% to 70%, but that doesn't mean that's where it's going to stay. Why don't you roll a d6 for me as the day begins? And that will be how much authority he reclaims. 5, back up to 75. Well, now that he's at 75 authority, there will be some reprisals. Each one of you roll me percentiles.
How do you do percentile again?
You right-click on the D10, and then you click the thing that says D100.
Thank you.
And I now will... Oh. I wish I was better. I wish I had a better way of doing this than updating this picture in Paint every time. But alas.
You can technically draw on this.
Is the devil still in our hideout? That's Buddy's best friend?
It's alright.
The devils, plural?
If you close it and reopen it should say 75 now.
Yeah.
Because I just updated the file. Alright, so this day, Thrun's reprisals are as follows.
Did not
40.
open for me either.
Oh,
Yeah, it did load.
I think you have to close it and reopen it.
Okay.
How do we reopen it?
Does it work now? Does it say 75?
There's an images tab on the right, I think. If you know the
Oh,
name.
yeah.
I think I just pushed it again. Does it not show up for you guys?
It's just not showing up.
It's still blank.
Yeah, it pops up as just blank.
Oh, weird. Just everyone close out of it maybe, and then I will stop sharing, and then I will start sharing. How about now? At least not blank.
Still blank.
There's just a tiny blank thing now.
Oh, there's just nothing there? I wonder if I've ruined it. Let me just...
Not forever.
No, I mean, I have the file saved.
I would just re-upload it.
It's okay. We're gonna just rename it.
This is a good time to re-up my church.
Try now.
Oh.
No?
Yeah, works for me.
Oh, I got it now. Yep.
Haha, suck it. Anyway, at the start of the day, a 40, you say? Defamation. Agents of Thrones commit an atrocity. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go and roll a d4 for me. So, like, as you guys are kind of adjusting to the new status quo, reports will come in throughout the day that, like, Thrones agents have been active. There's, like, a shop in town that provides, in Redroof, that provides aid to, kind of, like, lower income people, maybe people that, kind of like a soup kitchen type thing. Someone will come in, maybe in the afternoon, like after the lunch rush, and give the information to whoever's there, and that'll, reach you if you guys are out adventuring. Old Mama's soup kitchen, it's been vandalized. Someone put a bunch of, like, anti-Throne propaganda all over the place and, like, killed the owner.
Nice.
We'll go ahead and reduce the population by 1, and we'll increase Throne's authority by 2 as people begin to believe that maybe you guys were responsible for that, even though it was clearly his agents. A 23.
Do we just follow in his footsteps and murder a bunch of people and say
What
for
the
Asmodeus?
fuck? Oh my god. Okay. Sezzix, newspaper knows. Jesus. Praise Michelle, and oh my god.
And a 67.
He'd say that semi-sarcastically, at least. But Sezzix would say that.
Fantastic. You get a report that, like, Throne's agents have been, like, picking people off the street and imprisoning them under suspect of being, like, harboring crows. But the people they're picking off the street are, like, in the Greens district or Nubulus Harbor, like, nowhere around you. They're just kind of using it as a cover to, like, remove more of your supporters. You lose 1d6 supporters.
I
You
lost
lose
the
1.
fucking guy.
They just disappear a guy. He's not dead, but he's just not a supporter anymore.
He's had a conversation that changed his mind.
And we'll figure out what the others are later in the day. But yeah, that's kind of how the flow of this is going to go. Every day, he's going to continue to, like, try to wrest power back from losing it. And every day, you guys are going to try to make as much progress as you can, like, following up on your side quests and, acquiring control of these districts one by one. So yeah, where would you guys like to begin?
All right, so listen, team. I am pretty worried about my boy Hematon Haace. He's my homie. He's the guy I care about.
Yep.
I'm gonna send those boys out. I have 3 resources, 3 weekly actions that I have saved for this week to do stuff in. I would like to spend one of them spending a rescue action on Hematon Haace to try and figure out what the fuck happened to that guy.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Lictor Octavio will take care of that for you.
Yeah.
Lictor Octavio will come back after a short while and be like, hey, I think I know where he is. And he'll unfurl a map of Jarvis's End, and he'll point at, he'll like unfurl a more detailed map of Jarvis's End, and he'll point at a structure right, like a block over or whatever from Hematon Haace's shop, which is the Silver Star, the business that was burned down. That
and we're freeing the owner, right?
That used to be Sentience. Yes, you have the salve, you just haven't done it yet.
Okay, so yeah,
I thought Garm City was.
Everything's pointing together.
Everything kind of happened at once.
Yeah,
So,
we can rub the lady.
order of operations. Yeah, you totally can. I am just RQ.
We can rub her all up and down.
RQ clearing this shit out. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so you oil her up and down. she, the stone kind of transforms back into flesh, and she like takes a gasp of air, and as she does, she's like, the ravens will never. What? Huh? Who are all of you?
I'm Caerrat. These are my friends.
I'm
Tommy.
I'll make random.
Yeah, so this is what she looked like before. It looked like she was like in the middle of fighting something almost. And then as she like comes out of it, you can see more detailed. She is a half elf. And she doesn't look like she's necessarily a member of like the Ascantes that you had helped with before. Whoops. But she is definitely a half elf. And as you free her, she'll kind of like be very defensive for a couple of moments.
Oh yeah. Wow. Have fun. Well, good news. We freed you from Barzillai. We can only assume you were on the good guy's side if he was fighting with you. So, thank you for that. I can appreciate it.
Yes, I was performing at the Chelish Opera House. And then I don't know. I heard an applause when I was practicing one night and turned to see Barzillai, and as I did, he pulled some curtain, and there was a creature, and I don't know. I just froze until now. What happened?
It kind of looked like a dinosaur chicken.
Yes. She'll like describe a cockatrice.
Yeah. City's gotten interesting, pretty bad. You weren't the only one that Barzillai disappeared over the last couple months.
It's been months?
Yeah.
What day is it? You can like fill her in on like how long it's been. Yeah. You guys kind of bring her up to speed. You tell her that like her business was burned down during the Night of Ashes, that like all these people like kind of got killed. You guys got involved. You like found some old Silver Raven stuff. You've taken on like the moniker of the Ardent Crows. You've shored up support in the region. These are the NPCs you're working with, yada, yada, yada. She'll tell you kind of like in no uncertain terms that she is 100% on your side. She was a staunch opponent to the Chelish regime, and she suspects that due to her kind of like infamous quality of being like, she was like one of the linchpins along with the mayor to Barzillai's like total control, which is why she was like disappeared before the adventure began. As you're talking with her, her eyes glint over to all of your maps and things like that. She seems to be, possesses some character levels, some class levels. She like glances over to the map and she's like, I notice you have my home marked. Why is that? And it's the flag that
Hematon
Lictor, that like Lictor Octavio just placed. That's like where Hematon Haace is, somewhere in that like zone.
What a good spend of that first action, team.
Oh boy. She's like, oh yes. Well, if you didn't already need a reason to go there, I would love to know what was like destroyed in my home. I'd like to come with you if that's possible. I'll stay to the back. Though for what it's worth, as you glance over her, she does seem to have like a pretty good amount of magical loot on her. Like she's equipped like you guys are.
Don't we have her sword too, reprisal?
That was the mayor's.
Oh, yeah.
That was the mayor's. Okay.
I'm still looking for a cohort. The slot is open.
She looks at you, and she looks at you in the way that like, Hematon used to look at you back in book 1.
Aw, thank you.
Of like
that means so much.
Of like, almost like she's more of like a supervisor and you would be like a student. Like
I could be her cohort?
You could maybe be her cohort. She seems pretty... It looks like she's had an entire storied life before this adventure begins, shall we say. Well, rich in experience, etc.
I'll nod and say...
You can even break that experience into chapters. We could call them levels. Anyway, she has a few of those under her belt.
She has a few more than I do.
She has some amount greater than you. But yeah. She'll be like, I'm pretty good at holding my own. I'm a bit of a singer, though my performance tends not to affect anyone but myself.
Incredible. I
was the star of the opera house. I'm quite good at singing.
Well, I think the plan is to head over to your place, so I know you woke up 15 minutes ago.
She'll be like, tell me again, about this Ruby massacre. And you guys will, detail everything that happened, I presume?
Yep.
She'll be like...
I've gotten pretty good at making disguises as well. We'll take 25 on all of our kits.
She'll ask, she's like, when you searched that place, did you find the hidden vault? The Song of Silver. You can make a knowledge, history check. The Song of Silver, I think, has been mentioned maybe a year ago now in real life time.
I do remember. I have it on my side quest things. Song of Silver. What is it? Question mark.
Yes. Rexus's eyes will go wide as he's like, the Song of Silver. Yes. Yes. And he'll pull out, he's got a bookshelf where he'll pull out some scrolls and he'll be like, here, there's accounts of the Silver Ravens 100 years ago. They had some control of some sort of magic that was known as the Song of Silver that protected all of Kintargo from the evils of Cheliax during the Civil War, protected them from the devils, and empowered them to fight against such creatures. I thought it was just hyperbole, but it's a thing. And she's like, yes, I discovered the sheet music for the Song of Silver. It's an actual musical piece. The sheet music should still be safe in the depths of the opera house. Though there were no lyrics, only musical chords. Rexus is quivering. He's like, this could be it. This could be how we bring Barzillai to his knees. This could be the name of the book.
It could be the name of the book.
It could be the name of the book. But yeah,
okay.
She'll be like
something we're doing at the end of the book.
She'll be like, but it's all right. It's safe. We should rescue your friend if he's been missing for a while. Something could be happening to him. And for what it's worth, out of game, kind of the way this works is there's a quest or maybe a couple of quests in a zone, and then if you successfully complete those quests, the zone becomes your zone. So the opera house is within Jarvis End. So if you go complete this quest and word of it spreads, then the zone will be your zone, and you can just go into the opera house and keep looting it.
Okay, cool.
So you don't need to hem and haw and stress about order of operations and stuff like that. So
what you're telling me is I need to start my skin flute performances.
Whoa.
Get all that sheet music going.
She's like, I believe it was sung.
Oh, honey,
no.
baby.
All the writings
Don't talk about blowing my skin flute in front of others.
But yeah. What would you guys like to do?
Rescue and Haace.
Yeah, you guys want to go?
Haace.
Mission 1. Perfect. I'm glad that you guys chose to do this and were in no way railroaded into it.
Organically.
I can tell you the other 6 missions if you want, but I assumed you wanted to do this one first.
I mean, yeah,
we'll
that's
save
the point.
Yeah.
Well, he's gay. We gotta save him.
So,
as we're walking up to the place,
this is an opportunity. You may want to use one of your teams that's been kind of put on retainer. You could do a covert action with a secrecy check or a sabotage check. As you know that you're going to be going into this place, you could send a team ahead of you to scout it out. You could send a team to maybe disrupt any foes that might be there, stuff like that. However,
why would we assume there's enemies?
In this one case, she will provide you a map of it, as it was her hideout. So she will just reveal the map to you. So in this instance, you don't need to send someone out to like give you a rough description of what's there. I do, however, need this thing. Perfect. Boom. There's the map. She draws more rooms to the north. When you guys get there, it'll have been like collapsed and stuff during the fire. But there's like more rooms and stuff up there. She doesn't know they've been destroyed. So yeah.
What's that pool of water?
That was she'll be like, I'm a worshiper of the Dawnflower, and she'll show you her holy symbol of Sarenrae. And she'll be like, this is my shrine. I tended to it with a small group of Sarenrae acolytes. I hope they made it out all right. She'll tell you it's like a crystal clear fountain. It was like their beautiful little like reprieve from like, no matter how dark the world outside got, there was always light within them and light within this room as they could like, commune with their god. I'm sure everything's fine.
That is no longer a holy site.
What? What are you talking about? It's probably fine.
Nothing bad would ever desecrate anything.
Everything's fine here. So yeah, the top part of her business is completely leveled. But you can go to like a sewer entrance a couple blocks down. That green area to the left, that's a sewer. She's like, there's a
Sezzix, you're up.
She's like, there's a secret door off the sewer.
You've been training for this for years. This is what we've kept you around for. Get us in the secret door.
Yeah. I'm putting y'all on the map. You guys approach from the north. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can place yourselves where you want to be.
Forward.
Confidently.
I'll take the front line.
I am confidently leading you.
It's a brave man.
She will accompany you on this.
Confidently leading.
She will accompany you on this voyage, but no others. Yeah, she'll move up as well. As you guys round the corner here, so that's a little walkway. If you guys are walking in that green stuff, you're like walking through making a fortitude save every round or catching a disease sort of water. It's like a DC 12, but it's basically human waste.
Okay, communal airwalk. Not
because I'm used to it.
Yeah, you want to cast communal airwalk? Okay.
Yeah, that's something.
I'm gonna pause you guys when you're back to like here. So if you want to set yourselves up like behind that line. So yeah,
I have cast a few minute per level buff spells.
Sure. Yeah, she'll be like, it's just right around the corner, and you'll see she'll cast some as well.
Tommy, did you give me that ring of protection +2?
Yes. I did.
Oh, she in fact only casts prestidigitation to make herself look nice. She will draw in one hand. She leaves her sword sheath and she draws a rod. You can make a spellcraft check if you want to identify it. It seems rather nice. It is a rod of wonder.
That's interesting.
She's like, I love seeing what future has in store for us.
Fucking chaos.
But yeah, I'm always eager to see what fate has in store. Though I must admit, sometimes, a bit too often, I'm intrigued and delighted by its random effects. So, there might be times where it's better for me to use my sword, but I often find myself just using this over and over.
You really are an adventurer, huh?
She is! Yeah, this book specifically is a little longer than normal, and the back half is just all NPCs. And there's a bunch of like, this was so-and-so at Paizo's character that they played in a homebrew that is in this book.
Oh.
So this is the author's character. This is James Jacobs' like favorite character that he ever played or whatever sort of thing. So she's like in the book. It's like the GM NPC, 100%. Like if this was mine, it would be Rook. right? Be my barbarian. But yeah, so as you guys are walking, the waters of this sewage tunnel reek, and thick swaths of slime and fungus cling to the stone walls and narrow 3-foot wide walkway. The current in the water is lazy, swirling in small eddies as it gathers in a larger reservoir, that's that kind of pool area to the right, below thick hanging strands of wispy fungus. You guys are all walking on air?
Yes.
Mhm.
Cool. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Give me perception checks. As these things are underwater.
Big perception. No, nice too.
Okay. Buddy might get there. I think that can't fail with its bonus from being stealthed. What about these things?
1-digit club, nice.
1-digit club. Let's go. Oh.
But he's not in.
These things are
The
not
three
good at
of us
stealth at all.
combined.
So there is going to be a surprise round, but as you guys are approaching, I don't want you to move again. As you guys are approaching, you see, oh my god, it's terrible. I added these creatures twice to the initiative. There's so many, they're all on top of each other. Make them stop. Okay. Bloop. You see some things in the water here. These guys. They are like just below the surface of the water. But you can tell kind of as you're coming up, I'm gonna move you back a little bit. You can tell as you're coming up that these are present. So we'll just go ahead and roll initiative. They seem to, see you guys and you see them. But before you're able to act with them, a creature that you didn't see will do something. Cool. You will see this thing. Its head will kind of emerge from the pool of water like Apocalypse Now style, attached to the snake body as filth and grime drips off it in like stringy cloying sheets, and it'll kind of like snake oscillate around. And as it does, it'll be like, "Be gone, outsider." And it will certainly cast a spell. It doesn't like you guys, so it will cast Lightning Bolt. It will cast it through Buddy, Sezzix, and Caerrat. I guess I can make it visible. Bwap. Boop. 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 It does not seem super good at this. You guys will all take half or none of this. Do you have evasion, Sezzix?
That is what I'm currently checking.
Okay. Buddy, you take 14. Caerrat, you take 14. And then...
I'll take 5 less as my special blood.
Oh. Yeah, lightning racks through you guys, and then it is initiative. Sezzix, you're up first. All of these creatures are mostly submerged in water. They have improved cover, so their AC is 8 higher. Though with your... doesn't affect you.
Yeah. I'll shoot the one that just hurt us. Or would I know if bullets are fully effective against these things?
You can make a knowledge dungeoneering check to identify the ooze-like creatures, and you would make a knowledge local check. I don't know what this is, actually. What type it is. Oh, no, it's all dungeoneering, all the way down. Tommy knows what's going on. Tommy, you can cry out that those are ochre jellies. If you'd like to.
Didn't we fight one in, book 2 or something?
No, that was the news.
Yes. You know that they are pretty boring. Yellow-orange amoeboid creature. This is like your Final Fantasy III first combat kind of creature. They got acid. They spit at people. As oozes, they're immune to crits and all that jazz. You can't trip them. They are also immune to slashing and piercing damage. But that thing behind them, that's just a Naga. That you can cut that up. That'll
bullets are
slice up real nicely. Correct.
That's your job, big guy.
Yeah, so your bullets can shred these jellies. They have an AC of like 5. But yeah, it is your turn. There are some creatures ahead of you. You have entered their territory unlawfully. They yell Castle Doctrine.
It's only 1 hit because the second one's a 1.
Oh, alas. Yeah, 1 hit. It takes it. You blast into it. Well, this thing will go again. Did you want a 5 foot after that? Or are you good?
I'm fine where I am. I have people in front of me.
She'll hiss. Fire another spell off. What level am I? 7. When in Rome, you just lightning bolt again. She'll just cast another one. And then afterwards, she'll submerge underneath the water and try to hide. And one more. Do-do-do-do-do. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. All right. A little more damn this time. 18 or half. So Buddy will take 18. Yep, you got it. And then you want to do yourself, Garm? You take 13. She'll dive under the water and she'll go ahead and make a stealth check. Y'all can make a perception check to see if any of you kind of notice where she's zooming off to. She's pretty sneaky. I will go ahead and hide her from sight. I think she's gonna slither over to here. Okay. That's her turn. Buddy, you are, a few inches above the surface of the water here. It's still very placid as the oozes haven't gone yet. But you just see them floating there, kind of like, crocodiles almost basking on the top of the water, except they're just oozes. They're the same color, so it's kind of hard to see. You can easily see that that's a blob and that's a blob.
Yeah. I don't actually know if my claws or bite attack.
Your bite counts as all, so your bite will get through, but your claws won't do anything to these.
Slashing.
It'll be like attacking cotton candy or something.
Yeah. Okay. Huh. It's probably more damage for me to just use the mace then, because the mace is bludgeon. So I'm just going to come up and make a mace attack. I'll be raging. It'll be a power attack.
Okay.
Usual.
Yeah. You easily strike this creature.
Cool. Boom.
Boom indeed. I need this. Yeah, you deal some damage to it. Senshin will go. Who wants to roll percentiles for me?
Some of it's fire damage, if that makes any difference, but...
I believe it just takes it all. I'll verify real quick, but I think they got nothing special against it. Yeah, they're immune to electricity. So, yeah, they're fine.
I'll roll the percent.
Yeah, do it up, Tommy. Senshin says, "How about thee?" And fires her rod off at the one in the corner, Ochre Jelly 2. And a stream of about 600 monarch butterflies shoots out of the end of the rod. They flutter around in a maddening area.
Tommy, Desna blesses us!
Everybody make her...
No.
Not Caerrat, not Sezzix. Everyone else make a reflex save. Including my oozes. Tommy, you're fine.
Oh.
Buddy, you're fine. Oh my god. The butterflies, fly down to the surface of the water and immediately get stuck on the oozes. And the oozes are, completely outlined and, just, covered in them. But, no other effect because they're oozes. However, this creature that's lurking underneath the surface of the water, as they dive into the water, natural 1. Sure. She'll, you hear, gurgling or something. Underneath the surface of the water, a bunch of these monarch butterflies, because so many have, filled the chamber that it's, pushing them down into the sludge. They've, gotten into her eyes, and she's blind. You guys, though, were able to, bat them away, and you were not blinded, but she rolled a natural 1 on her reflex save, and was blinded by butterflies. Tommy, that happened. What do you want to do?
So if I airwalk at 45 degrees, does that mean moving 1 square is 10 feet?
Yeah, and as you like round the corner there, Tommy, you can see, I'm going to reveal her for a second, but she's still underneath the surface. You think she's in those squares. If you wanted to attack down into those squares, I would allow you to. She would just have improved cover. And the usual, like, you're on land, she's in water.
But I don't know if she's there.
You can see her. There's like a bunch of butterflies all over her.
Oh, okay.
This whole area is full of butterflies that are still flying around for what it's worth. This effect seems to persist for a couple of rounds.
Oh, then I'm just getting a 5-foot step here if I can see it from here.
Yeah. So remember back like book 1 or 2 when you were fighting that thing that was in the water? It like takes reduced damage and all that nonsense because you're not in the water. Yeah. It's okay. Just don't put your damage on her, but you can make all your attacks.
Okay.
So her flat-footed AC -2. So just make a regular, make your attacks regularly against her. Her AC is effectively 1 higher while blinded in the water.
Do those hit?
The 34 totally hits.
Okay. And then that would be the damage.
I think she takes 2 less, but I'm not going to bother looking it up. She's just going to take 2 less. You tear through the water, and there's a streak of red now in there, and you have like butterflies all over your weapon and stuff like that.
Desna be praised.
Okay, Caerrat.
I mean, it looks like you guys have this. I will just make sure you are most equipped to handle business. I'll channel. That'll be me.
Channeling? Very good.
Hey, look at that.
You are sadly just too far away from my lady in the water. The ochre jellies will go. It's our time now, they say. Like they're in the Goonies. This one will just kind of slurm over a little bit to let its buddy come in. I hope you're ready for this. Hold on, there's one more. They are done. These creatures kind of like feebly emerge in like a very slow moving kind of like slime haymakers come out to try and get you. And, you know, you're like, this might have been challenging when I was level 3. I don't really know why these are here. Sezzix, round 2. They're largely unimpressive.
I pretty much just clear my gun.
Okay.
And I'll just clear and stuff too.
Oh, Sezzix, give me another reflex save as you enter the sphere of butterflies that are still swirling around. You are blind! Butterfly hits you. You're like in the middle of reloading your gun, and like one just hits you like right in your little rat face.
He's just too busy. He's like not looking and just walks right.
Yeah, she'll emerge. Like kind of from the slime. She's got this scythe wound on her, like her head and the top part of her body will come out. She's got these butterflies like in her wounds. She's roaring in anger. She's definitely gonna fire off a spell, but I don't know if it's lightning bolt. It would just be a blind lightning bolt. She doesn't want to be here anymore. What does this spell do? This looks complicated. Range medium. Sure. She will cast a spell defensively as best she can with a caster level of 7. I'm just going to roll this d20. We'll see if you have to do math. That seems high enough. She casts the spell. You can make a spellcraft check. And then she's going to move. She'll be like sliding into the deep as she goes, so she won't be provoking. I mean, I guess, sure, you can take an attack at her. Why not? Seems fair. She's blind. She casts Nauseating Trail. As she sails away from you, she leaves behind her a disgusting vapor in the squares behind her. So she kind of just blankets, she like carpet bombs almost this area as she's leaving, filling every square it passes through until it is filled an amount of squares. Each creature that enters an area filled with these vapors must succeed a fortitude save or become nauseated for as long as it remains in 1d4 rounds after. So it's kind of like a stinking cloud effect, but on a creature. So she casts it, and then she goes, you can make an attack, Tommy, you can make an attack, buddy, as she slurms past you blindly.
I have quick reflexes, so I get 2.
Just one, because you can't take more than one attack of opportunity from a single movement.
Oh, I thought you could for like each step, like past them.
So each one threatens, but as soon as you make that attack of opportunity, it's been resolved.
Even if I have quicken reflexes?
Yes, but if she like hadn't cast that spell defensively, let's say, you could have attacked her then you could have attacked her if she moved, you could have attacked her if she drew an item, all that stuff would trigger.
Gotcha, okay.
Crit threat,
bitch!
she is certainly critically hit.
Oh.
She's dead.
I don't even roll mine.
She cast the slurm spell.
I don't even need it.
You just cut her in half.
Let's go!
Just dead.
How dead is she, though? Let's see here. There we go.
Dead.
She is minus 40.
You stinky bitch!
Yeah. That is a thing you could say. Her body floats there on the surface. Combat will be over. Senshin kind of has the rod, and she's like, I can't tell. Is she still up? She'll say with a bluff check. Looking for an excuse to fire off the rod one more time. And you guys are like, no! Don't do that. It's good. She doesn't even have any ranks in bluff. Yeah, she's like, oh, okay, she'll put it away.
I'll kind of lean to her. Listen, you just have to, go for it. Tommy usually forgets what happens.
Right. As this all happens, you kind of wait for the butterflies to go away, wait for the smell to dissipate. You finish killing these ochre jellies, which do like a maximum of 12 damage if they hit you on a +5 or something. They're real bad. Sorry, they do 3d4 + 3 on a +5.
I will mark off 3 charges of Cure Light.
Give me a perception check, kind of as all this has died down. And you're kind of looking over the scene for a moment before moving on.
I see nothing.
Dude,
I guess I'm still blinded.
Sezzix is just the worst.
Today he really fucking...
Dude, what are these rolls on perception?
I think I've rolled 5 for every perception check today.
Where's my skills at? They're down here.
Oh, you guys need a perception check?
Sorry, guys. Sentient's got you. GM insert NPC fails. Nope.
I got
Yo, buddy. You find a rock that's like loose on the wall.
Cursed rock?
You find a loose rock.
Oh. Earlier we had a cursed rock, so...
It's back.
Careful. I'll, poke it with the mace.
Yeah, it's like... I'm sorry. By rock, I mean like a brick. It's a brick in the wall. It's like a Pink Floyd thing. But there's this brick that's loose. The masonry around it's kind of been chiseled down. It looks like someone's maybe taken this rock out, put this rock back in, taken this rock out. But...
Well,
you want to...
I'm interested in the rock wall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Buddy thinks this is important, and he'll, take the brick out.
That is a structural load-bearing rock. Rocks
fall, we all die.
You all die.
Rocks fall, we all die!
Wait, I have Trap Sense 3. Wait a second.
As you pull it out, you find a bag in there. It looks like a pretty nicely made bag that's covered in, slime. But, whereas, this muck that kind of got on your clothes, maybe, some of your more mundane clothes now are, stained. This bag looks like it also has interacted with sewer water a bunch, but it's not stained. It's, still in really good shape.
Maybe magic?
Yeah, or it's just really nice.
What if I detect magic?
It's super magical.
Nice!
Hey-o.
Yeah, you've seen these before.
It.
This is certainly a handy haversack.
Oh, sick. Yeah, I have, one of those on my packet. What does it have inside of it?
You find some filthy but fine jewelry along with a ring and a wand. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat stuff. You identify the haversack. Spellcraft, you don't know what this ring is. 20, you know this is a wand of fly.
Oh.
That's just arbitrary. I don't actually know the rules, but it seemed reasonable.
Yeah, it seems reasonable. 14 doesn't seem like it's good.
GM NPC will come in. She'll identify those items for you.
Aw, thank you.
Dude, She gets a 36.
You are my cohort. Thank you. That's what I need. I need my cohort to make spellcraft checks and knowledge, history, and arcana checks.
So yeah, she'll come in and be like, "Oh, that's a ring of swimming."
Listen, I will lie for you. I have plus 20 to bluff. I will lie for you. Trust.
We make such a good team. The secret door is down here, she'll say, and she'll move herself next to where the secret door obviously is.
You could totally use the Rod of Wonder again.
She's like, good, it is already in her hand. But yeah, she says that's the secret door.
So I'm guessing that Naga wasn't here when you left.
No, it wasn't.
The jellies either?
Yeah, also, like, now that kind of combat's died down and you can look at it more as it's, like, kind of floated to the surface or whatever, that is a slime Naga. I believe... Yeah, they're evil. So, yeah, it seems like some evil creatures just come in here.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of evil stuff in here. Guys, violence protocols, we ready for it? I'll get ready to cast the round per level buff spells.
Buddy's ready, and he'll like have his mace.
Yeah, she'll cast glibness on herself, Garm, to give herself plus 20 to bluff.
That's the spirit.
Go ahead and better go ahead and mark off that spell real quick. All right.
My game crashed. 1 second.
But yeah, you guys crack the door open. Oh, yes. Without her assistance, you think this would have been fairly difficult to find. But yeah, now you're in this secret entrance. She'll tell you to the north, that room there that I'm just going to temporarily use her in. This is the bedroom. And this one over here is the chapel. Which one do you guys want to go to first?
Can you re-push the map for me?
Yeah.
I disconnected. Thank you.
Yeah, to the north is her bedroom. To the south is the chapel.
Oh. She might have some good shit in her bedroom that might be useful for the boss fight in the chapel, let's be real.
We might catch someone sleeping in the bedroom as well.
Also true.
Left or right?
Yeah.
North or south? Bedroom? All right, go ahead and move yourselves. Yeah. You open the door. Who opens it?
I'll open it.
Okay. I'm going to move you all back 1 square then. She wants to be where she was. This is her house.
Fair.
Get out of here. So we do all have to go back 1 though, so Tommy can fit there. Okay. So you crack the door open. This bedroom smells faintly of decaying flowers and exotic perfume. A fine bed sits against one wall, next to an armoire, and near an exquisitely carved wooden desk. The walls once featured what appears to have been a mural of a seascape under the noon sun. Yet the painting has been defaced with crude graffiti of sea monsters and wrecked ships. It's almost like someone has like taken a Sharpie and like drawn like the little like circle for the sea monster thing, and then like little stink lines and flies and pieces of poop, you know, but aquatic themed. There is a person here. She weirdly doesn't have token art, which I don't quite understand, but she's just standing there. I will, however, pull up the art for her as you recognize her. Remember back...
Oh, Seishi's girlfriend.
Nope.
Oh.
There wasn't art for her? I thought there was back in book 1. Give me a second.
Was.
No, this is the lady who, like, championed the rights of tieflings. She was the one who like came to you and was like, hey, you know, tieflings are being killed, yada yada yada.
Tieflings are getting killed in the Redroof.
I guess they never gave art to her, but you see her. She is standing there. She has kind of a vacant, blank look on her face, and as your secret door opens and she sees you, her 2 hands will kind of move into her leather clothes, and she'll pull out a dagger from a sheath and a vial that you presume has, some sort of potion or poison or whatever. And she will say, so she'll kind of like silently do this while making eye contact with you, buddy, and she'll say, "You are not welcome here. You have to leave."
When did the party meet here? Was this Yuri era?
You do not know her.
Yeah.
But
But he's
Tommy,
nope.
Tommy, you see her, and you recognize her.
Friend not food, friend not food.
Aw, puts the mace
I'll
down.
just respond, because I can hear her, right, from where I'm at?
You can see her.
Okay. What do you mean we don't belong here? You don't belong here.
She will drink the vial. Roll initiative. She'll become hostile now.
Sounds about right.
Yarp. All right. Initiative, I think, has been rolled. No one moved. Okay. Sezzix, you're up first. You can hear the conversation, but you can't see anything from how far back you are. But you recognize the voice.
And what was she from?
So back in book 1, remember there was like the tieflings that were going missing, and then you found that there was that person that was like murdering them to do some evil ritual.
This is the nipple incident.
Like she was like the one that came to you and was like, "Our children are dying. Please help us." And she was like sobbing, and like she was like super torn up and emotional because like her people were being killed in the streets and the government wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, I'm fine with killing her. I'll wait.
Yeah. As you listen to her voice, make a sense motive check. Yeah, seems fine. Tommy, you're up.
I will move up here and make an intimidate check for her to stand down.
Yeah, you can make an intimidate check to demoralize her for sure. When it gets around to you, Caerrat, she does not sound of right mind. A 33, she is shaken a little bit. She'll take a -2 to d20 rolls for some amount of time. She'll go. Garm, among the spells that were cast, do you have any magical light sources visible? Or did you like cast dark vision, or maybe there's like a torch or something?
I would have.
Cast light.
Tommy doesn't have.
You just cast light on stuff? Cool. She will say, "I told you once. The room will go dark. Tommy, you can't see anything. Those of you with dark vision can see fine." She uses a spell-like ability to cast darkness. She will make a stealth check as she moves. She seems to be moving, like, very expertly, but also, like, very deliberately. There's no, like, flair in her movements. She's just doing what needs to be done. So, those of you that can see her can see her. Otherwise, she gets a 42 on her stealth check. Tommy, you don't know where she went. Caerrat, you haven't seen her yet. So, yeah, but it seems like her mind is not her own.
Well, as we know, sometimes the forces of the Nethers do stuff. I also have daylight. Look at that. I'll cast my Aasimar daylight.
Cool. Tommy, give me a perception check.
I don't think I can even come close to that.
Well, she has a -20 because you can see her. You're like, where'd she go? And then you turn and you're like, oh, she's right there. Did you have to do anything else, Caerrat?
I moved. I cast a spell. That's what I got.
Senshin will be like, she'll be like, do you know her? Should I not? She's holding up the rod.
Mind control. Mind control. Mind control.
Oh, I see. She will sheathe her weapon. She set the rod down, draw her sword, and you'll see she'll like flip it around to the side.
The less violent than the Rod of Wonder is the Sword of Peace.
The Sword of Peace. 1, 2, 3. She'll just move into here. But you notice that she is using her weapon non-lethally. As you're like, no, she's been mind controlled. She's like, okay, I'll beat her unconscious. Buddy.
Can I 5-foot step to right here? Diagonal?
No, it's a hard corner, so you have to like go in and go around.
Ah, sad. Okay. Well, I guess if we're knocking her unconscious, I will rage and punch her.
Sure.
Let's go with these 2 attacks.
Yeah.
And then, sure, a bite is non-lethal.
Just one, because you had to move.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
the first one then is a 30.
Yeah, totally hits. I mean, either of them hits, so you're good.
Okay.
When it was quiet there for a moment, by the way, Tommy, you heard chanting coming through that door to your side that hasn't been opened yet.
Okay.
You're doing non-lethal, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have... Yeah, whatever. I don't really care. You take a penalty on attacks to do non-lethal, but whatever. So I think
Does
your
it,
attack...
does it penalize the damage?
No, it's a -4 to hit, though, so I don't think your attack would have hit. But I actually don't think it's going to matter because she has such low health. Sezzix, you're up.
I'm just going to go wait in this corner. I don't think I can shoot her non-lethally, so...
Non-lethal bullet wound to the kneecap.
I'm gonna.
Sure.
I was an adventurer till I took an arrow to the knee.
Alright, he's a little higher.
Can I ready an action if that door opens, though?
Yeah, you could ready an
door,
action
blast
to
them.
shoot like any hostile creature you see. You don't even have to be that specific.
Okay.
You can be like, I ready an action to shoot anyone that attacks us that's not her. Something
Yeah,
like
pretty
that.
much.
Yeah. Tommy, you totally trip her. She falls over. You have a second attack.
Oh, can I try to? No, I can't intimidate her because she's mind controlled. How would I roll non-lethal damage with my scythe? Like hitting her with -4 to hit. Okay.
I like to think you're just poking her with the butt of it.
That's what I'm pretty much doing. -4.
She's on the ground and you're just hitting her in the forehead with it.
You easily hit her. It seems as if she's like a civilian, almost. You whack her across the head. She seems to be nearly unconscious. She will go. Morale. She will attempt to cast a spell. Do.
Should have taken disruptive. Rip.
She's successful. She disappears. Senshin goes, who's in the room, is like, she casts Vanish!
I mean, we're perfect.
Yep. She's like, should I try to get butterflies again? So you know mechanically that she could only cast that spell, stand up, and take a 5-foot step. So she's either in this square or this square. Like, that is just knowledge that your characters will know she's in one of these 2 squares. Senshin will go and she'll be like, splitting the difference. I'll attack the one here. Evens, she has a chance to hit. Her attack has a chance to hit. I'll roll this die. It seems to be a critical threat. I'll roll this other die. You hear a whack. A burst of flame erupts from the end of her weapon. And then the thump of a body that is invisible.
Flame.
Nope. Not non-lethal.
Oh, good.
But it's okay. You packed a bunch of non-lethal under her, so mechanically they just fall unconscious. Yeah, combat is over. You guys can now all hear the sounds of this chanting. And there seems to be an unconscious person in this square that is invisible.
Oh.
She has a flaming burst scimitar.
Do I have any
That's
rope on
sick.
me?
Yes.
Sure, one of us has rope somewhere. Yuri would have had rope.
Manacle or up?
As you guys are being adventurers, she will quickly
I do have a rope on me.
look through her like the armoire that's there, and she like opens a couple of drawers, and there seems to be a statuette with like a couple of figures on it, like embraced or hugging or something. And she'll quickly like take that one and like tuck it into her pocket, and then she looks over the other stuff and she's like, I don't have a need for these things. So I'll just add them to your party loot.
Oh, nice.
But she does take one small sentimental item that's there. And she'll identify the things that are here when you guys have some downtime. But yeah. You guys can now all hear chanting coming from the room to your side. What you guys want to do?
Sounds like we should go outside.
I have 2 castings of Blessing of Fervor, and it seems like this is going to be a good use of one of them.
So she is tied up. I'm just going to delete her for now, but she's alive. The woman there that you were fighting, Straya. Oh, and I guess you can loot her too, for what it's worth. She has an empty potion of barkskin, and she has a 2+1 daggers, a cloak of elvenkind, +2 studded leather, and some potions of cure light wounds. All of which you can identify after you're done clearing out this place.
Nice.
Yeah. This does seem like a time where you could cast your round per level spells if you wanted to gung-ho it.
So, I also have an enthrall spell, but I'm guessing these are cultists and not, real people.
Oh.
But
cultists are people too.
If we open the door and they turn out to be more civilians, I'll try and get their attention before the fighting starts. If not, I'm assuming we're gonna see some weird shit when we open this door. Good luck, team. I'll pat everyone on the back, give Tommy a quick kiss on the cheek, and cast Blessing of Fervor.
Yeah, you cast your spell. You guys open the door. I will describe the room. Stone pillars support the vaulted 15-foot high ceiling of this open chamber. In the southern half of the room, a low pool of bubbling, foul-smelling liquid steams and hisses. A filth-caked and partially destroyed statue of what was once a winged angel stands in an alcove to the southwest, while to the east, an upraised area supports a similarly vandalized shrine, upon which have been arranged a half-dozen groups of 3 sharp stones, which each support a bloody human eye. There are a couple of hags in here doing their thing.
Fuck, we might find Lucilla here then.
Caerrat, you're up first. I don't know why that one got revealed. You don't see that one yet. Well, now I've shown them all to you. Buddy, you had to be in this square. I mentioned open the door. Buddy, you see a hag there.
Cool.
Why does it put them not in squares? It's frustrating. Okay, be next to the thing. All right. Top of the round, Caerrat. What you want to do?
Your
amigo opens the door and you spring into action.
I kind of look, give a nod, and say I'm a end of the turn champion, you know? I fix the problem afterwards.
Oh, I'm so sorry. There's some stuff happening here. There are these 2 hags, which you'll see when you come in there. They seem to be in the middle of a ritual. They are in the process of casting some long spell.
Does it look like we're coming in at the cinematic moment, or like...
No, it seems like they're in the process. Like, it's gonna be a length of time. And, buddy, as you, see this, a woman will call out from back here. She looks like this. There's no image of her. Man, they did not do a great job syncing this one over with some of this. She does not have her sword raised, but she does have one across her back. You see a fair woman, a fair-skinned woman, I guess darker-skinned woman, with beautiful shock of red hair, orange fire red hair, and she has these big kind of black leathery wings, and she's wearing adventuring clothes, nice aristocratic clothes or whatever. She's standing back there. There is, in fact, a second hag once you get into the room. And she'll call out to you, and she'll be like, What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. You're trespassing.
I mean,
She's talking to
I
Buddy.
You're in Buddy's turn?
Yeah, Buddy's in front.
Oh, yeah.
You can talk for free. I mean, it's like, you hear someone call out and Buddy starts like, his train of thought starts leaving the boarding station. Caerrat, it's your turn. Did you want to do anything?
Oh no, I'm not face tanking that. That's
Sezzix, would you like to do anything?
Can I try to stealth and get behind one of those pillars?
You can certainly make a stealth check, and then as you run past, I'll make some perception checks. Wow.
I just wanted to go right here.
That is so unfortunate that you rolled a 3.
Did I need a 4 or something?
I mean, they just make perception checks. As you run past, it seems as if maybe some of them see you, maybe some of them don't. Did you want to ready an action after moving?
Yeah, once someone gets in front of me, I'll shoot.
Sure. The hags just like continue doing the ritual. Buddy, it's your turn. They continue chanting and like moving their little hag hands.
Well, I got some movement speed, so they look like they're doing something bad. I'm gonna punch.
Yeah, as you move up, your ready to action goes off, Sezzix. You can take a shot.
Yep.
You hit that hag. You blast that hag. She like cries out in pain, and the other one shrieks, and they all stop chanting. That hag will now go after Buddy's turn. Go ahead, Buddy.
Excellent. We'll go raging.
Mm-hmm.
And since I only get one attack, I'll just do the mace attack.
Sure. Just come in and try to whack her with this mace. You definitely hit.
Yeah. Almost crit.
Right?
Almost.
Blam.
26.
As you smash into her, it seems as if your weapon is like a little less effective, but the fire still like sears her and all that stuff. Hag 2 will go.
Oh wait, hold on. We had Blessing of Fervor, didn't we?
Yeah, but you still only make one attack because you moved.
Oh.
She attacks you with her claws as one of the hags turns to you and turns her like talons upon you.
Uh-oh.
What's your AC, buddy?
It is at an 18.
Oh.
We have the battery and the charger, you know?
Exactly.
Yes, so many hit points.
Knots of dark, moldering hair spill over the features of the sickly, thin, green-skinned crone. As these claws tear into you, give me 2 fortitude saves without rolling a 1 would be great.
That seems doable. Let me just take this plus 20 fortitude save.
Yep, you only fail on a 1.
Fortitude save. Yep.
Yep, you're fine. You take no additional effects, but these are claws, and they do, gingerly scratch you. Tommy, you hear the sounds of, the telltale sounds of combat. The chanting has stopped that you were hearing earlier.
I'll use Blessing of Fervor for movement speed. I'll move here and overhand chop some fools.
Sure, you just run up. There's this woman here. She turns to you.
Oh.
That is Green Hag 1, has not acted yet. She is in fact flat-footed. She is dead. As you do crit her. She just dies. She turns to look at you, and you just cut her in half. You take, I don't know, she's negative a lot. Probably negative 30. Your weapon seems to do
more than that.
5 less damage. So, she had that going for her.
How much health did she have?
She had an amount of hit points less than 1 critical hit from Tommy.
Well, Tommy just did 112.
That seems to be more than her hit points. Maybe double her hit points. Senshin will go.
I'm sorry.
She'll run around the corner, and she's like, "Did you want to go?" I'm sorry, Garm.
Oh no, I thought it was my turn. I just passed.
No, you delayed at the start of the turn.
Yeah, I don't really
So-
think there's a reason to go yet.
Okay, Senshin will go. She will run out, and tears will begin falling from her eyes, and she'll begin sobbing as she sees like what they've done to her home. She also like will look, and you see like the blood stains of like whatever other people were living here. The like, maybe like the evidence that they've been slain, like a body in the corner or something. And you see like fury fill her face, and she will fire off her Rod of Wonder. Caerrat, why don't you roll me percentiles? I'm feeling it. It's going to be a good one. And she shoots it at that woman in the back. Sweet. I'll roll that again for me. As she does it, you guys see nothing happens. And she's like, yes! Get him, Rhino! In her mind, she sees like a giant albino rhinoceros appear and begin trampling over the hags. She's like, that's what you get! She's just there like holding a stick yelling. Nothing has happened.
Great work. Get him, rhinos.
She's just doing God's work. Yeah. She'll be like, do you know how long it took us to get here? This woman will flap her wings as she flies over the pit, and she will attack down into you, Tommy. She seems very upset. It also seems as if while you guys were butchering that other person and casting spells, she was doing the same. And she seems to have some spell effects over her. And as she moves, you can see like a staggering of images behind her as if she has mirror image. She will bring her weapon down into you, though, with a mighty +3 on this. Ho-ho. I understand completely, Tommy, if you want to make a new character, because I'm definitely gonna get ya.
Ruin your birthday, Ruin everything.
Natural 1.
Oh my god.
She swings at you. It does nothing. She swings at you. She doesn't actually seem that good with her sword, for what it's worth.
Or it's actually just a serrated red.
Caerrat, you're up. It's an oversized letter opener. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I'll come into the room. Hey guys. I'll hide behind this pillar, I guess. Yeah, you guys seem like you got this.
Sezzix, you're up.
I'm just gonna blast the hag.
Sure.
Blessing of fervor.
Yeah.
Hold up. Can you please shoot this bitch with a human bane sword in front of me?
You do not know what her weapon is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does look very cool, though. Haha, you only hit once.
The first one's a 2, so I actually don't hit at all because it misfires on the first shot.
Fantastic. Buddy.
Cool.
Rolls have been asked.
Oh my
Like, what the fuck?
gosh.
I'm ready to crit again.
And then I'll take 4 attacks.
Yeah. On the lady or the other lady? On the elderly lady or the flying lady?
Not seal.
Okay.
Do that.
Hold off on
That.
throwing damage on her because we're going to do all the images. And her AC is slightly different.
Sure.
I'll
Here's
use
all
my
my.
move action to clear
Okay.
my gun, though.
On an 8, you hit her. Rerolls an 8. Okay. On a 6, you hit her. Reroll a 6. On a 5, you hit her. You eat a bunch of images. You do not hit her a single time.
Cool.
The hag will go. Well. Now I have flanking, she says.
I have improved uncanny dodge. She
Well,
can
I will
flank
not add those
all
bonuses
she
then.
wants.
Well, I will not add those bonuses then. 2 hits, give me 2 fortitude saves, not a 1, please. Minimum damage. Here we go. 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 Fantastic. She like it's like a house cat is like attacking you from behind. Like rear. She's like trying to get through, but nothing's happening. Tommy.
I'm gonna 5-foot step here for flanking.
Sure.
I'm gonna take an extra attack.
Light her up.
Kick her ass.
Beat
Crit
her
this
up.
one too.
1 up. Don't roll damage onto her because she has images.
Okay. Sorry.
You have 1 extra attack from Blessing of Fervor, right? So 1 more? Perfect. All right, so that one will miss. The first 2 have a chance to hit. On a 4, you hit her. All right, reroll a 4 on a 3, you hit her. All right, cool. No one hits her. Senshin goes.
Only 1 image, though.
She does only have 1 image, though. Senshin goes. She will draw her sword and run up and attack. Hero mode. This is why I get paid the big bucks, she says. 1 potential hit, evens she hits. Yo! When are you guys gonna start contributing to combat? Boom! Big damage. Her blade tears into Nasiel, though it does in fact do less damage as she seems resistant to fire in a substantial fashion.
Our weapons are good aligned, for what it's worth.
Very good. Hers is just a flaming weapon.
Not Buddy, though. I can't help him.
Yeah, she'll 5-foot fly into the air above the fountain. So she was like off the ground, so now she's 10 feet off the ground. She'll cast a spell. Garm, make a will save. She let her rage get the better of her. You're totally fine. You want to make a spellcraft check?
I guess.
You don't know what it was. It was probably fine.
Oh, that's probably okay.
Yeah.
That was okay. Everyone else would probably be okay.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Seerra, top of the round. As she casts the spell and nothing happens, she's like, damn it!
So, you're with the bad guys, I presume? I'll begin making a diplomacy check.
Sure.
So what are we doing down here? Are we sanctifying this altar to some evil god? There looks like some spiders, octopuses on the wall or something.
Do you want to make a knowledge religion check to see what god they're messing with?
It looks like,
You think it's some sort of demon lord, but you're not sure which because it's probably pretty obscure.
It looks like some demon lord or like some water or something.
Sezzix, you're up.
I'm going to 5-foot step to there and then blast her.
Sure.
Because now she's flying above.
She is. And she has no images. All of those hit her touch AC.
That's the last one. I get 3 shots at least.
Fantastic.
Holy shit.
Highs and lows, you know? Sezzix jams every gun.
Yeah, I mean,
one-shots every mob.
Deals some good damage. Buddy, you're up. There is this elderly woman behind you. You know.
Is the flying one 10 feet up?
The flying one is 10 feet up. I would allow you to attempt to balance on like the lip of this fountain, though, or like scramble. You have airwalk. You can just 5-foot step up as well. It's a lot less exciting. Damn your spells.
We'll do that. We'll take an extra attack, and I'll attack her for you.
Sure. That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
What are we looking at
Fantastic.
Here? Everything hit?
Yeah, everything hits.
Cool. 1.
As
2.
your attacks tear into her, they seem to be like tearing through layers of stone. As she does seem very stalwart.
Okay. There's all the damage
taking
I got.
9 off, so it needs to take 1 more off for some reason. So that's like, I'm going to give her 8 more hit points and call it good. It's weird that it's off by a little much. The hag will go. Haha! Someone that's not that person that can't fail fortitude save. Both those attacks miss. Senshin just like parries one, dodges the other. Tommy, you're up.
If they would have attacked me, they would have hit.
The one
I'm
wouldn't
gonna
have.
5-foot step, and then if I do non-lethal damage and knock her out, would it kill her or knock her out at
It would
that
knock her
level?
out. It depends
Okay,
how much it is. But when your amount of non-lethal and lethal total your hit points, you go unconscious. And then any damage you take beyond that becomes lethal.
Okay, then I'll just.
So you can do non-lethal, and she likely won't die unless it's a crit.
Okay. And that's a -4?
Yes.
Oh,
All
who
right.
decided to kill her?
I put 5-foot step over. Sirot's trying to do diplomacy and figure out what the fuck's going on, so.
Yeah, for what
And I'll
it's
take
worth,
an extra attack.
she doesn't look like a demon. She looks like a human that's been like, changed into like some half demon creature. Both those will hit.
This is all non-lethal.
Yeah. She will go unconscious. It says dying, but she's not. I'm just gonna throw like 40 into here and then heal this up a little bit. Yeah, she goes unconscious. Senshin will go.
Hag, though, I don't care about that hag.
She will. Yeah, she's gonna attack this thing 3 times because she's taking extra attack. Natural 1 can't be helped. Just roll this die here, whatever. Middle hit with all her bonuses. Blam, blam, blam. 1, 2. She'll like tear into this thing and start hacking it apart. I imagine Sezzix and Buddy will kill it before it gets to go. If you guys want to roll some attacks on it, we can wrap up this room.
Sure.
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 But yeah, she'll be dead. We can just end combat. You take this hag apart pretty easily. It doesn't seem like they were strong melee combatants. No one in this room was, as in fact she was a spellcaster, but casts a bunch of like going into melee combat spells to try and make that work, but it did not work out for her. But yeah, combat seems to be over. Senshin, like her sword, she's the best opera performer. Her sword will like cinematically drop from her hand. She'll like drop to her knees. Her tears will like fall into the corrupted shrine as she starts praying to Sarenrae for guidance as like her home has been desecrated. It's very dramatical.
Garm.
I don't want to be the last to say it, dude.
It's gonna be okay.
Do you love the reason I have for my character becoming less lethal?
And I'm slowly becoming more lethal. We only need the important one,
Grabbing some loot that's here, as you guys eventually will, because I know that seems to be your thing. That is a human bane sword. There's an amulet of mighty fist +1. There's a belt of con +2. There's
amulet of
boots
mighty
and a cloak. I think I can add all this actually.
I wonder if I can merge 2 amulets together.
I gotta go to the party sheet.
with money.
Nah, you
Wait.
can't.
Siri, you're becoming more lethal?
I mean, I just openly called for murder on those 2 hags. They hadn't done anything to me. They were just here
They in
somewhere. I
fact
didn't
had.
like.
Oh,
They were performing
I'm
the
rubbing
ritual.
off on you, and you're rubbing off on me. Aww.
Bitch.
She will tell you that this thing was once called the Dawnflower Font. It was a beautiful beacon of like light and hope that inspired people and stuff like that. It was like a very nice thing. And she's very saddened to see that this chapel has been corrupted. She tells you that the font is that room to the north that has the green circle. There's no more combats in here, but by the time you get up there, you see that they've corrupted that as well. She tells you that it'll take some time, but like once it's been consecrated and someone has spent like several hours here, like restoring this place, like maybe one of your teams down the road, you guys can restore this place, and up to 3 times per day, you can drink from the waters of the font and are affected by a heal spell.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
3 times a day?
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
individually, each person 3 times a day, or 3 charges
If the
from
font
the
is
well?
reactivated, the waters have remarkable restorative qualities. The character who drinks waters drawn from the font is affected as if by a heal spell. This effect functions only if a character drinks within 1 round of the waters being drawn from the font. The font can be activated in this manner up to 3 times per day, but its effects can benefit a given creature only once per day.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Pretty
What is the heal
good.
spell dispel?
But basically everything.
Okay.
Furthermore, as you guys examine this stuff, I'll throw out some room descriptions for you in case there's, anything exciting. There's a dude in this room to the south that I'm putting Tommy in. Hematon Haace is here, tightly bound and unconscious. He also has streak of black veins that have burst and withered. Classic sign of negative level drain. He's messed up and unconscious. In the workroom there's a description of this room. Up here where Shensen is, we have the Dawnflower font. That's what it looks like. And then to the north, there are some ruined chambers up here. But we'll do those when Tommy gets back. So yeah, just kind of in the rooms to the south of where the compass rose is on that map, that's what you find. Hammett is unconscious, and Natziel is unconscious. What do you guys want to do?
Well,
Take
we
all
will.
that deal stuff.
Yeah, we will strip the half-fiend.
Yep, you
We
take all their
will-
stuff up.
We will poke Hematon Haace with a protection from evil.
Sure.
I'll then poke him with a heal spell.
Sure.
Get him back. Or, I'll just take a cup of water. Oh, I can't do that yet. Yeah, I'll just, actually heal him. With, the wand charge or something.
Yeah, I mean, you can just
Get
get him
that
with
guy
a cure or something. His
Yeah.
eyes will flutter open, and he'll be like, "Is this a trick of the light, or is that Caerrat? I see."
Brother of Milani.
He'll
leave you alone
clasp
this
your
one.
hands in his withered, drained hands. As his eyes will become misty and stuff like that. He'll begin sobbing. Be like, you came for me. I began to lose hope. With every passing day, my death grew quicker. I don't think I had much left in me.
Brother, I'm sorry it took us this long to notice you were gone.
I
Please.
appreciate you coming to my rescue. And what of her? And he'll have stood up at this point, and he'll step out and see that she's on the ground in a pile, and maybe Buddy's taking all her gear off and putting it into a pile or something.
So what's up with that?
Is she dead?
Still alive. Figured there's probably something important going on.
He will shake his head somberly, and he'll say, "Her name is Natziel. She's an evil woman. Tormented me my entire life, actually. Ever since she gave birth to me. She is my sinister mother, the half-succubus Natziel, a minion of the demon lord Metsama. She enjoys bringing pain and misery to humanity. Me and my father were her 2 favorite victims. I escaped and sought refuge here for a time. I don't know how she tracked me down, but she captured me and has brought me here. I don't quite know where we are, though I imagine we're still inside the city somewhere. She's been feeding on me every day. I've been growing weaker and weaker, and I've heard chanting in the other room. I've seen the hags from time to time. I think they're performing some sort of ritual. But he'll look around and he sees one of the hags is just bisected. The one that Tommy got, and he's like, "I see that you've put a stop to their evil schemes." And he'll smile, and he'll be like, "It has been so long since a smile has fallen to my face. It almost hurts me to do so. Thank you.
Wait.
Thank you for saving me."
Is Hamilton Hayes a tiefling, then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a tiefling.
Oh.
He owns a store called the Devil's Threats.
Yeah, you guys... let's flip a picture. He has a picture.
Did I just not pick up on that earlier?
He does not.
Oh yeah, that's why me and him were so cool, but so weird. We worship the same god, but like, I'm the angel version of him, right?
Oh.
Yeah, this is what he looks like.
Like, me and him are like fucking boys. We're just like, you know, Romeo and Juliet.
Yep.
But god or angels and demons.
You said what?
Look, bro, they're in another world. If you weren't here, I would have hollered at that fucking boy.
Yeah.
I would have shot my shot hard.
You tie up Natsil, buddy.
I'm gonna non-lethally hit Garm.
As Tommy and Caerrat are kind of squabbling, Sezzix, maybe you are like consoling Senshin. I don't know if you'd.
I was clearing my gun.
As you're tending to your firearm and Senshin is weeping, Hematon will come over to you, buddy. And he'll be like, "You've tied her up. Good. Do you have like a sheath for your mace?"
No. I just, like, sheath is my shoulder that I put it on.
So, like, when you're tying her up, where did you put your mace?
Oh, I guess it was, like, on the ground, like, propped up on the edge of the well.
Yeah, you can watch. He'll spend, like, a round picking it up. It's very heavy, and he'll be like, "This is an impressive weapon." And he'll kind of, like, throw it over his shoulder.
Would you like to do the honor? And I'll, like, point at her.
And he'll be like, "Oh," he'll, like, give you the handle. If you could. She killed my father. I thought she was dead. If you could do it for me, I'd appreciate it." And he'll gesture at, like, her skull.
Yeah. It will be a bit messy. And then he'll just, like...
Yeah, Hematon won't look away. So, like, you guys are in the middle of doing your thing, and you look over, and he's, like, Gallaghering this, like, tied-up, subdued, unconscious person. Yeah, super executed.
Buddy.
Whoa!
We were going to interrogate her, then do something with... Buddy!
Hematon will, like, stumble to a knee, and he will, whisper in Abyssal something to her now dead body. You guys could make perception checks if you want to overhear it. Caerrat, you speak Abyssal, right?
Nope.
I thought Tommy did.
I speak Infernal.
I speak Infernal.
Oh, sure. It can be Infernal then. I don't know what language.
I speak Aboleth.
Your character is so bad.
Do you remember when I made friends with the demons?
You can so Caerrat and Buddy, you hear the phrase, but you don't know what it means. But like you can like tell someone it later.
Sure.
They can maybe tell you what it means. Yeah. So he like says something to her that has some important emotional significance to him and maybe to her. And yeah, that's like where that scene will end. At some point, who wants to open the doors to the north?
Do you know anything about the other tiefling lady? The nice one that now is mind controlled? Did she do anything mean to you? Do you know?
Who else? My mother was a master manipulator. I would not be surprised if every creature you encountered on the way here was mind controlled.
Was dominated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including that Naga outside.
So the hags were too?
Yeah.
They're not
I mean, the hags were like more on board with it, but she like casts dominate person and charm person all the time. Yeah, you can go up and interact with the tied up mind controlled person and be like, "Ah, yes, this is my mother's handiwork for sure. The effect should fade after a day or so." If when Shreya leaves her addled state, she'll tearfully thank you for rescuing her and clearing her mind. She said that they, her and those two hags have been transforming like people into monsters. And like that's what the ritual was.
Is that what the uses were?
She describes based off of what she tells you and what ritual you saw. You can make a knowledge religion check to understand what was going on. It's some relatively low check. Yeah, like with them kind of telling you what they overheard. You believe that Natseal is trying to create a witch fire, the creation of an undead hag from the remains of the third hag. And now as you look in the waters of that pool, there's like a third hag that seems to have been like sacrificed. And they were in the process of like reanimating as a powerful undead.
Ah.
So that's what you guys stopped.
These guys.
Yeah, they were not good. But yeah, eventually, I guess let's roll a d4. One of you guys, left to right. Buddy, of course it's always Buddy, as the party is like talking about this boring ritual shit, I imagine you like meander north and you open that door.
Yeah, sure.
You see a velociraptor. There's other stuff as well. There's like rooms, descriptive text, all sorts of boring nerd shit. But the cool thing is the dinosaur.
Can I make an animal handling check?
These partially collapsed chambers are all that remains of a once larger complex. There is like a velociraptor there. And as you look at it, it'll like turn its head kind of quizzically at you. And it'll kind of like it'll make like little guttural throat noises, and its talons will kind of like come up a little defensively, and you like start trying to handle animal it maybe, and then it like looks past you and sees the gathering of people that are talking about that ritual, and Senshin will step out from one of the side rooms as she was, doing something else, looking at all the different rooms of her house, and as she steps into view, the velociraptor who's like looking past you at the whole group will see Senshin and go, "Mom, is that you?" and just run past you.
Wait, it speaks?
It does speak.
I was like, why does Walt want us to open this room so badly?
The best
Although
part was
Senshin-
Talking velociraptor.
Although Senshin fears he perished during the Night of Ashes, one of her closest friends is an awakened Dionychus named Guttugger.
Of course he is.
The dinosaur adopts a ferocious and angry stance if these chambers are intruded upon. He won't immediately attack, though, but he relaxes and speaks if he sees Senshin. Do you guys speak Elven? He's speaking in Elven, I'm sorry. It's like, it's so obscure and specific.
I do.
Yeah, so you hear him, he says something like a beautiful flowery language, buddy, that you don't understand. You hear him say, "Mom, is that you?" in Elven, and he runs past over to Senshin, and Senshin will say to him in Elven, like, "My son!" And they'll, like, embrace.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! I'll, like,
Sarah-
start slapping Tommy.
Sarah, what's going on?
Oh my god, look! He's a fucking dinosaur!
The mean demon lady and her ugly green lady friends were summoning something bad. I killed some of them. Buddy, looking past into the room, you see, like, a couple of bodies of, like, cultists that he killed. But then I hid, because they're bigger than me, and I think they're strong. And Senshin and Elvin will be like, "You did so good, Guttugger. I'm so proud of you, my little man." This is her version of a house cat. But yeah, with that, you guys can have all sorts of theatrics and excitement around having an awakened Dionychus that you can chat with. Certainly more insert NPC stuff here.
No shame. Absolutely shameless.
It's very shameless. It has 4 levels of rogue. It has a plus 50 to jump.
Oh my god.
It has
plus
pounce.
50.
It has pounce and 5 attacks. And
Oh
sneak
my
attack.
God.
So it just like pounced out and did like 100 damage to a hag and then hid.
God.
Anyway.
How does one build a dinosaur as a character in the next campaign?
I mean, I think I gotta imagine that they like found some dinosaur egg or something, or found like a dinosaur, raised it, and then she paid to get it awakened. And then since it was awakened, it could like learn class levels and stuff like that. But yeah, this will kind of end that quest, that side quest. Let me update the map real quick. Dun, 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 dun. By gaining control of Jarvis's End, you have removed more of Barzillai's authority, and his authority drops down by 10 points. It did go up a little bit over the course of the day, and it is... we could probably do one more thing. So, yeah. What would you guys like to do after doing this? Like, go back to the base, reconvene? Do you want to just press on to another location?
So we have firm control of Jarvis's hold now?
As word spreads and stuff like that. Yeah.
So we could go into the Opera House basement and go check out the vault?
Yes. Once the PCs rescue Hematon and either defeat Natsiel or force her to flee, they can secure the chambers as a new safe house. Reactivating the Dawnfire font could be a boon in the future. Word of their deeds spreads quickly, reducing Barzillai's authority points by 10. In addition, control of Jarvis's End reverts to your control as soon as you assign an NPC ally and team to patrol the district. So I imagine you assigned one person, like Larry or whatever, will always stay at the base in Old Kintargo. You kind of need to assign someone to like be in charge of monitoring this while you guys are off and about. So Senshin is happy to do it if you'd like.
Would you like to be placed on our sheet here?
Yeah, she will certainly become an ally. If you want to do a little bit of boring bookkeeping.
We can do that later, but yeah, we can call it good.
You can reroll one loyalty check a week with her as an ally.
Oh my god, that's sick.
But yeah, so she'll join up with you. Do you guys want to return to like your base and end the day, or do you want to press on? You want to go to the Opera House first?
The Opera House, check
before you do either of those things? Yeah. Returning to the Opera House, she'll lead you through, there's like bloodstains everywhere. It's been, looted of all the valuables you found. There is a secret chamber, though, that you guys did not find. And inside that secret chamber, there is some stuff. Oh, it's all the way down here. That was a long... Book through is a long book, wasn't it?
Went to like 14 different cities.
It was a long thing. So Senshin will tell you that there is a secret chamber underneath the Opera House. The door in the tunnel is particularly well hidden, requiring a perception check DC 40. Although Senshin knows of its location. On the map, I guess I could pull that up if you guys wanted to know exactly where it was, but we're not going to have another combat. Yeah. There's basically like a thing in there. There are niches in the walls of this chamber that each contain a sarcophagi bearing the names and likenesses of the 5 leaders of the Silver Ravens. So, going around the room, there is Amarid's Crypt, the depiction of a female half-elf cleric of Milani with that inscription. There's Ba's Crypt, depicting a male halfling dressed in wizardly robes. There's Kaida's Crypt, depicting a female human dressed in leather armor, engaged in the act of singing, and the inscription that follows. Braski's depicts a faceless male human with several arrows protruding from his body. And last but not least, Jackdaw, a female elf clutching a star knife to the chest. And that inscription. Yarp. Furthermore, to the side, you find the holdings of the Silver Ravens. It seems as if there was once a lot more wealth here. There's like rows of armor racks, rows of weapon racks, lots of lock boxes, things like that, some of which are empty now, covered in layers of dust. But it's like you're kind of like looking at like a ransacked supermarket. Like if you go into one of those, even having never been to a supermarket before, you would know that things are missing. It's that same sort of feeling you get looking over this vault. It's supposed to have a lot of stuff. And what remains here is by no means meager, it's just less. There's a bunch of gold. 700 platinum pieces, 8,000 gold, 25,000 silver, and 120,000 copper from the various chests and coffers. There's an additional 11,500 in gems and jewelry. There is a powerful, there is a valuable scroll case for 200 gold that has the following scrolls: Greater Restoration, Resurrection, Stone to Flesh, Scroll of Vision, Word of Recall. There's a Staff of Healing, a Ring of Wizardry Type 2, a Manual of Gainful Exercise +1, a Lantern of Revealing, a Horn of Blasting, a Ring of Evasion, a +2 Transformative Axiomatic Longsword, as well as documents about the Song of Silver, and more importantly, a sheet of music for the Song of Silver itself, though it seems to be missing the lyrics. So that is what you find in the vault. A bunch of stuff.
Damn.
Correct. And for some reason, it doesn't have a loot. Doesn't have a treasure thing for it.
So you can manually put in the loot?
Yeah, I'll do it when we're off camera later.
Check parcels on the right.
Parcels? Oh, I see. Silver vault. Oh, thank God.
That saved you like a half an hour.
Yeah, it would have been a lot of typing. Okay, well, add that real quick. Yeah, so you find all that stuff.
It's unfortunately all going to need to be identified as.
Yeah, I'm going through and doing it. The thing that you guys should
look at our money.
The thing you guys should discuss, though, first of all, that +1 transformative axiomatic longsword, you might want to read about Tommy. I believe it can transform into a scythe. The Manual of Gainful Exercise gives you a +1 permanent bonus to your strength, and only one person can benefit from that. The Ring of Evasion gives someone evasion.
I'm already taking that.
The Ring of Swimming, the Ring of Wizardry is a great item to sell for your party. But yeah, you find all that stuff. So, yeah, you can get some loot going on here. You should probably hold on to the Staff of Healing too, Garm.
Yeah, that's probably going to my inventory.
I think that's a solid item. But yeah, you find a bunch of stuff. I will allow you guys to read over those inscriptions, and then if there's nothing else you guys want to do, you can head out to another location.
I'm gonna put a bunch of these scrolls in my character sheet as well. Seems reasonable.
What was the item I should have taken? Sorry.
The longsword.
Okay.
The axiomatic longsword.
Also, Tommy, we should discuss this gainful exercise +1. Do you have an even or an odd strength score for? Might as well
I have an even one right now.
I think I do too, so it won't matter.
I don't think it can transform to a two-handed weapon for him.
Oh, it can't? I didn't know if it could or not.
It has to be another medium one-handed melee weapon.
Then that should go to... Well, you should probably sell it because it's axiomatic, so if a buddy touches it, it's going to give him a negative level. Because it's basically Chaos Bane, is what that weapon is.
It'll give you a negative level?
Yeah, for as long as you hold it, it like burns your hands kind of thing. I'm going to put the dogs out real quick.
I also just realized I don't have a Cloak of Resistance.
Yeah, I just bought mine. We have a lot of money in that sheet.
Well, we just found a Cloak of Resistance +2, so...
Oh, then yeah, that works too.
Yeah. Do you have any odd skill or any odd not skills
ability scores?
Ability scores, yeah.
Intelligence is my only odd one.
Okay. I have an odd one too.
But yeah, while you guys are thinking about that, you kind of put all that gear in the back of your mind. Did you guys read over the inscriptions? I can read them to you if you'd like.
Yeah, one of them killed another one.
Oh, yeah. So, Jackdaw, unknown assailants. She may yet live.
So these are inscribed on like the sarcophaguses that are here. So there's 5 sarcophagi. Each one has something inscribed on it.
Am I the bad guy for wanting to open up the Jackdaw sarcophagus?
I want to open all of them.
I don't want to open the rest of them, but like that being said, I could like, yeah, I mean,
Buddy's strong enough to open any one you want.
Yeah, I mean, Senshin like doesn't pass any judgment. She kind of like shows you guys here, and she's looking around the opera house. You know, you can do whatever you want.
I mean, I kind of want to open Jackdaw. I'm looking around for like the nod and for Buddy to go over and do it.
No one in your party seems to care except you about morals.
Hey, Buddy. Go on, Buddy.
Buddy, opening it up, there is no body inside the sarcophagus, but there is gear. There is a mithril shirt, a star knife, a hat, a belt, and a pair of boots. I'll add them to your list and identify them. That's the only thing. If you open the others, you find that they are bodies. And they don't have any valuables.
But they're actual bodies?
Yeah. They're actual bodies. Yeah, if you want to use the Scroll of Resurrection.
Pick up one of these kids. I mean, I could see that being my companion.
I mean, there's 4. All I'm saying is, there's 4 of them here. If you guys TPK, I'm totally fine with you guys playing these 4 people and finishing the adventure map.
All I'm saying is I have 1 Scroll of Resurrection and 1 Scroll of True Resurrection right now.
The mithril shirt,
half of them up.
Once you identify everything and kind of going over it, Sezzix, that mithril shirt is a +2 shadow mithril shirt.
Ooh.
Might be better.
It's a straight upgrade for your shadow shirt right now.
What does that mean?
As a bonus to stealth.
Oh, gotcha.
And then there's a belt of dexterity +2.
I already have one.
Is there anything on there that's unidentified?
I have like 8 things that are unidentified.
In the party sheet? Thought I got everything, but just let me know if I have stuff that's unidentified. I do wish there was like a mass identify button. A Lantern of Revealing. Got that. Horn Blasting. Got that. This key. I'm just going to delete this key.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you get a bunch of stuff. There's so
I'll be taking that Lantern of Revealing. That seems like my object, you know?
But yeah. Time-wise, it is 2:30. Probably just end there for the session. Are you guys feeling like with your spells that you've cast, do you want to do more in this day, or do you want to transition to the next day?
Yeah, we can keep fighting.
Okay. You guys will be pressing on, and I will show you the updated map real quick. Hold on a second. Doop-a-doop-a-doop.
I am very interested in like fucking around in the Redroof. I know that's pushing technically above our pay grade, but I think that's a good place to fuck around.
Did that load for you guys?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So now Jarvis's district is yours. His authority has gone down a little bit, and there's that population change. So that's where we'll end for the session. But yeah, is there anything else you guys need me for that you want to do, or are we good to break before next time?
To next time, team.
But yeah, no, it was a solid session. Basically, yeah, the flow of this, instead of it being a traditional book where there's going to be like chapter 1, 2, 3, and then like the final boss at 4 kind of thing. This is like chapter 1 is this, and then it's final boss kind of thing. So
Pretty sandboxy.
very sandboxy. And yeah, you can certainly go to the Redroof if you want to. The rumors, I'll give you the rumor for that one if you'd like. The rumor for the Redroof is presented by... It's like a different one of your NPCs, I think, tells you all these things. Molly Mayapple arrives and shares with you guys some harrowing information at the start of this day. She looks like she's traveled quite a bit to get here. She has bags under her eyes. It looks like she hasn't slept in a few days. And she'll relate to you like, it was hard. 3 days of riding by horse, no rest. I went through two stallions before getting here. Had to make the rest of the journey on foot. Poor creatures, I just let them go, but they were too weak to carry me. I rode as hard and fast as I could to bring you this news. After the bit of a stir you caused in Vire, seems as if some of your old enemies are coming out of the woodwork. I believe Hei-Fen is in town, and she's brought with her a cult of skinsaw assassins. I think they've come to secure an alliance with Thrune. You should be prepared to face their assassinations and blades as you maneuver through the cities. I'm trying to figure out exactly where they're coming from, but if it was me, I'd want to hide out in a place like Redroof. A lot of anonymity, a lot of people could go missing, and you wouldn't really know. Keep your wits about you, eyes in the back of your head, that sort of thing. I'm going to sleep for the next 18 hours, but then afterwards I'll be around if you need anything.
Absolutely honorable.
Yep. That is the little hook for the Redroof district. But yeah, you guys are still level 10. Maybe as we get closer to those red zones, might be level 11, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we'll go ahead and end there for the night. We're good to play next week.
I am.
I'll be out of town next weekend.
Okay, we'll play by ear then and just post in the thing. Yeah, awesome session. Glad that we're still doing this. I'm excited.
Yep.
Good game, 2023 losers.
Good game.
Yeah,
Bye,
first
everyone.
one of the year.